Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and we have our first developer's note of 2025. It is here for January, and let's just say they have some interesting things to say. Before I get off on some tangent, let's go ahead and just start reading it. So, January 2025 developer's note. Greetings, commanders, blah, blah, blah. The first thing they talk about is costume resales. So this year, we're excited to introduce costume resales, a highly requested feature by commanders. We will prioritize bringing back older costumes, especially those that many missed chances to purchase when they were first launched. The first costume to return will be Drake's Made for Villain, scheduled to resale at the end of February. Okay, so this is definitely something that a lot of newer players, or even just players that weren't right at day one, have requested. I think the most requested skin that I've personally seen in my own community and comments and during stream is the costume for Helm. So hopefully she'll be getting a rerun of her New Year's dress. It's one of the best looking ones in the game to this day, I think, and especially since she just got her new treasure and a huge power buff there, I think it would be something that people would really be interested in. And I think there's a good chance of that coming next because of the first one being Drake, who is also another one of the recent treasure units. Now, I think they're rerunning her maid skin first because of the upcoming maid event with Mast and Anchor, and we're getting some other maid skins as well, so that makes a lot of sense. It's going to be, thematic for that time. But we'll have to wait and see what exactly skins we end up getting. Let me know in the comments below what your best prediction is on what our next skin will be, or which skin you would most like to see. One rerun we have already had is Bunny Rupee Gotcha skin. Now, that was for a very specific reason, because they did not have the unique burst animations at that time when it first released, and so then they reran it when they added the unique burst animation. So that's a little bit different, but it is an example of a rerun that we have already had. So anyway, I think this is definitely good news. A lot of players will be happy about this. Then we have convenience enhancements. So Union Raid fatigue adjustments. This one is interesting. We have just started the second day of Union Raid right now. For the higher ranked unions, we are on day one of hard mode. Good luck to all of you guys. That's what my union is currently working on right now. So let's see what they have to say about it. Technically, we're still in beta for hard mode, by the way. So just keep that in mind, and it is different than the last time we had it. It says, we've received feedback that the update to the Union hard mode has significantly increased the feeling of fatigue due to the higher difficulty. To provide more relaxed playing experience for commanders, we've prepared the following adjustments. Reducing the number of hard stages from 10 stages to 3 stages. This will take effect starting with the next Union Raid. Okay. Changing the deduction attempts after the final attack. The number of available attempts will no longer reduce. This will take effect starting with the next Union Raid. And then final wave boss HP will be infinite. Expected to be implemented in mid-February. Okay, so I think these are positive changes. I know that within my own union, the fact that we now have 2 days of raid that we need to commit to is not so appreciated. The good news is there isn't a time crunch, right? So, I mean, as long as we get our damage in during the day, it's not a huge deal. But definitely, I think, anything that can kind of reduce the quote-unquote fatigue, as they're saying, is a good thing. And I think what they're trying to do with improving raids and kind of the spirit of what raids were originally supposed to be, getting that kind of back with hard mode is a good thing. As far as reducing the number of hard stages, I'm not sure if that's really a big deal, because again, it's just about how much total damage you're doing. So whether we go through 3 stages and the final one is infinite HP, or we have some more stages leading up to that, whatever. I don't know. Let me know if that makes a big difference to you guys. Changing the deduction of attempts. This I think is really good, and something that I think was a little unclear when they first actually announced this, or was slightly misleading, or something we just didn't understand. So we kind of took this to mean that maybe we would be able to like one-shot the first few levels, and then, one player would be able to use 5 or 6 attempts or whatever, something like that, which is not really the case. The bosses have huge HP pools, but this kind of reduces the feel bad if you end up killing a boss and then you lost total damage, right? So you can, if there's a boss that you need to clean up with a little bit of HP, you can just use some kind of random units that you wouldn't use for a normal composition, finish it off, and then you still have your normal amount of attempts left without losing that attempt. So I think that's definitely a positive change, especially now that we know more how that actually works in reality. And I think the final wave of the boss HP being infinite makes sense. I mean, because again, it's all about total damage. So overall, positive changes, and I'll be interested to see what the final form of hard mode actually ends up being. But I think that they are definitely moving in the right direction. Now, new convenience features for campaign mode. Quick combat feature has been added to campaign mode. The combat is the core central blah, 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 blah. It says the feature will be available once the recommended battle power is reached, and it will be expected to be updated mid-March. Please stay tuned. So this, I imagine, is going to be basically like how it works with Lost Sectors, where if you come up to a weak fight, you can just quick battle it, and then of course some you have to actually fight when it's kind of like a mini boss or something like that. This isn't really a big deal either way. I personally actually don't like this. I feel like even if it is kind of repetitive battles, having to go through the actual campaign stages, I don't think is a problem. And I think the less things we can just skip, the better, unless it's just like a really daily grind thing, like, Simulation Room or stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, let me know. I tend to, lean to the side of like, the more things you do manually, the better. This is like a one-time thing that you go through. And as they say, it is kind of the core of nikke gameplay, going through the campaign. And I just don't really think we need this quick combat feature, but whatever. I mean, either way, it's not a big deal. So, if that's what people want, cool. I think the more people that can enjoy nikke, the better. So, gameplay updates. Gameplay updates roadmap. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. This is the funny part. In order to offer a richer and more engaging experience in 2025, we are focusing on developing new gameplay features and enhancing the current ones. Are you, though? Champion Arena says March. Is this March of 2026? It doesn't specify a year, guys. It does not specify a year. A simulation-style arena mode where commanders with top rankings in special arena face off in a tournament-style competition. I don't know. The jokes write themselves here. I mean, like, this has been pushed back so many times. This is just like an ongoing saga, and it's just like, it's become a joke in the community. And like, that said, even with it being pushed back constantly, there was hope that they were coming up with something really cool. Like, they had put so much effort into this, like literally like over a year's worth of development. Could be since day one if you count when it was originally supposed to come out. But, I'm being generous here that it's been about a year. And, it seemed like, okay, if we can actually get a really engaging, good PvP mode, then it's worth the wait. This basically is just whatever the top ranked people in Special Arena are, then do the same thing over again with those Special Arena people with like a bracket where presumably you get knocked out in rounds. I mean, basically, this is just a whale mode, which is kind of what PvP is, which isn't like the worst thing because that's kind of inherent to these type of games, but like they really didn't try to fix this. We're just getting another whale mode. Only this time, only like 20 people or whatever can participate in it, whatever it may be for your server. It doesn't say how many players there are going to be. Being able to get a live PvP mode would have been huge. Being able to get some kind of direct challenge mode would have been cool too. Being able to get something that was like more like level equalized, where we're seeing in like Special Arena, and then we would have to make meta team counter choices, could have been cool. But really, this just looks like we're going to be using the same old teams we always used, with the same old CP that everybody already has. And if you're in the top 10 or whatever Special Arena, you fight the other top 10 people from another Special Arena server. I don't know. I mean, call me pessimistic, but this is whack, okay? I give a lot of praise to the devs. Shift Up has done a lot of cool things. This is not one of them, okay? Shift Up, prove me wrong. Make this actually something way better than what it sounds like. That's all I have to say about that. All right, so Surface gameplay update. So we heard about this quite a while back, and they kind of just gave us little hints of what this might be. This looks like something that could be exciting. We're still not exactly sure what this is, but it's cool to see more information on this. It says, embark on an adventure through a 3D map with the SD square, defending your base in this new simulation gameplay. The map will expand over time, introducing even more diverse gameplay options. Seems cool. I don't know exactly what this is, but I'm excited for it. We also get coordinated operation improvements. We definitely need that because it's another mode that can be not the best. It is really cool when you're playing with people you know, but let's see what it says. Mid-second or third quarter. So we do have to wait quite a while for this. We'll enhance also mid-second quarter for that Surface gameplay, by the way. So for the coordinate operation improvements, it says we'll enhance the matching system and modify the coordinate operation reward structure. So, yeah, I'm optimistic. We'll see exactly what the tweaks are to this. Solo Raid, new features, third quarter update. So again, a ways out there, but we'll see what they're changing for Solo Raid. The season-based Solo Raid, which has been active for a while, is being updated to offer players a chance to earn profile frames again and encourage the use of more characters. We are preparing a new feature for Solo Raid called the Hall of Honor, working title. Okay, so this is cool. Sounds like, if you missed older Solo Raid bosses, you'll have a chance to fight those again. Maybe this is like you can choose to do the current one or go into the Hall of Honor and get one of the old ones you missed or something. I don't know. That's total speculation, but I think, this is cool. Yeah, I think, more opportunities for players to do things that they may have missed is a good thing. And Solo Raid is already a pretty good mode, and so any little enhancements, I think, is great. We're leaning into our strengths in that respect. What else? Event archive update. Okay, so similar to last year, we'll be archiving various events to create an environment where they can be played at any time. Furthermore, unarchived April Fool's Day event will be archived in mid-March. That is good. April Fool's events are literally some of the best events in Nikke. I love it, and anybody who missed those is going to get a chance. And then it also gives us a story update roadmap. So in February, we're going to get chapters 35, 36. April, we're going to potentially be getting a new side story. That's really cool. The side stories have been really engaging and fun so far. In April, chapters 37 to 37 to 38, and then July 39 to 40. October, another side story. That's pretty cool too. And then we'll also be getting 41 and 42. Additionally, if circumstances permit in the second half of the year, we are considering adding another side story. All right, nice. Although not yet confirmed, the storyline team is fully dedicated to this goal. Very cool. Storyline team, you're doing a great job. One more thing. The third anniversary story this year is one that I'm particularly excited about. All right, so we're already getting info on third anniversary, which is quite a ways out, but I'm excited for it. The fact that they're already trying to hype it up must mean they think they have something pretty cool for us. So I have no reason to doubt that it'll be amazing. I'm happy for it. So let me know what you're most excited for, what your thoughts are, what your expectations are for Champions Arena coming in March of some unspecified year. I'm going to be streaming in just a couple hours here, kind of unusual Friday stream. I normally stream on Thursday, but I had to cancel that one, so I'll see you guys later today. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future update videos or unit reviews. I also stream on Twitch. Give me a follow there, and I will catch you guys in the next video or stream.